Kevin, what's going on? What message is held in review? Hey, brothers on American AAA. What's going on, Wes? Okay, yeah, let's turn this down a little bit. I'm gonna read a little bit, all right? I was just getting my notes together for the night. I've been working on that for the last an hour about. I'm gonna be working on it for about 5 more hours. And when it comes to research, you gotta research everything, regardless of what you may know. I guess y'all saw I put reservation up there, right? Some people are acting like some other people are. This is what I'm talking about. Negroes from the cities. They can be real slumbags, and I don't care if I know you or not, you know. And I'm not here to beat you up, because I know some of y'all like, he's beating us up. We need a beating up every once in a while, because we've been having the wrong one. We need a beat up for beat right. You know, beat up for beat right. It's going to be one of the t-shirt slogans I already poor man copyrighted about 15 years ago. So don't even try and put it on no t-shirt, because I will sue you. I went through litigation, law school, almost 7 years. Beat up to be right. Beat up to beat right. So it's beat right. So it's beat up to be right, okay? And that's going to be one of our t-shirts. I've got so much stuff. Anyway, that's why I do it, because I tire. I just tire. So an individual shared it, and somebody shared it to me. I was like, I don't need to see that. Damn, Rich, you know everything? He didn't say it to be, you know, no, he wasn't being narcissistic, and he wasn't being, you know, he was like, damn, you really, I was like, bro. I said, let me go on to my notes, man, so you can see the date on it. And I took a screenshot, all right? A screenshot that I was able to save from an old phone, a note. And I said, see that right there, bro? Why don't I want to share that? You guys are still trying to prove that this is your land and you're Indian. Haven't I spoken that either you know or you don't know? And if you're still learning, then share that information. But it's nothing new. One of the first things we did was look at the word reservation and study it in this concept, because majority of my family didn't respect nor did they want to live on some damn reservation. They were moving back and forth to their cities, not the fake book. You know, I got the Trail of Tears, which was the Death March. It was not called the Trail of Tears. That's some pale skin romanticizing of our interment. And it had nothing to do with some damn Mongols. I actually have a picture of Blackfoot. It's a Negro laying there frozen after being murdered. On his back, I have his face picture, which the fake. I got it from Library of Congress, one of them little square cameras. Oh wow, they got his face in here. You never could see that. And I took a picture of his face as a Negro. They were trying to say it was frostbite. His face was black, but his eyes weren't even slant. He was a Negro. And because of the Spanish and French incursions, his hair was a little wavy. But he was a Negro. And he hadn't been out there that long before they took pictures, so it wasn't frostburn because he was dead. Blood settles in the back. And the little girl laying on the side, a little Negro girl. Big mom with them big, they want to say African titties. No. Melanated. They were attempting, because of the Ashkenazis, to exterminate our people and rewrite the history. But when I used to go live on a reservation, I says, look up reservation. 10 years I lived on this Navajo reservation, which is the Hopi land, and the Hopis damn near blotted out, Asianed out, and whited out. Not whited, but I say it because it's the term y'all know. Y'all still on the color matrix. And they were like, huh? I was like, yeah. Just like I'm proving to people that African American, I'm showing them the individual normal who has a copyright is going to make millions off of it. No Negro is going to make anything off of it. Brought to you by T.D. Jakes and all those sorry Negroes. Now people are starting to look, go, huh? A little too late, huh? You're caught up in their world, their fantasy, their odds. So I said, let me share it. Because I showed my boys, I was like, so what now? So let me go and see. So what? I don't care about that. We Indian stuff. I like to see everybody get together, but people need to know who we are. We're the original people of this land. Religion's created off of us. You know, when we say pineal, pine, cone, al is God. Are y'all aware of that? Okay. So yes. The reservation doesn't belong to the autochthonous people. It's our land, but it's cornered out for the people who were brought over here in the 1800s. Orphans, given new identity, new names, a broken language, fractured from over there. And they run right along with it. And even though they mingled with us because it was grand cities, we didn't like how they carried themselves. So they were kept on the reservations that they were destroying our totalitarian republic. Okay, let's go ahead and get into reading. Behold the pale horse. Let's go ahead and well, we got background music. Excuse me. Behold the Pale Horse by William Cooper. Oh, I was looking at that screen. It's killing me. I need to go over to the laptop. Check this out. Humankind cannot be trusted to safeguard what little is left in the way of natural resources. The technological development and economic growth will be severely cut back. Didn't we just see that in the last 2.5 years? An increase in pay? Those who learn to be self-sufficient and can adapt to the absence of many of the things that we take for granted today, such as automobiles, will get along fine. Others will suffer terribly. People will once again conform to the law of the survival of the fittest. No one is going to like the loss of individual freedoms guaranteed us by the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. You know, in the Bill of Rights, you know what part of it lets you know you're sovereign? You ever have a police tell you, oh, so are you sovereign? By the Bill of Rights, yeah. And another thing, if a police officer pulls you over and you say, and you don't say nothing, but you just be quiet, then you have to let them know. You have to let them know that you ascertain your right to be silent. Therefore, they can't continue on, and if they do, they're just being idiots. Because in silence, even for 3 hours of silence, interrogation, they can use your silence against you. Just letting you know, so you don't literally have the right to remain silent, even in the midst of an idiot. All right? Yeah, I bet you knew that too. All the Moors told you that? Yeah, I bet. No, they didn't. I asked somebody stood there looking at me, what? I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway, conformity is pathetic. You're a natural light being. Anyway. I do not like or agree with what is planned. Intellectually, I know that people will not solve the problems that we face unless they are made to do it. Words ain't working. That is a sad commentary on the common man. But nevertheless, it is true. The New World Order is evil, but very much needed if man is to survive long enough to plant his seed among the stars. A paradigm shift and starseed are the only legitimate long-term answers. They won't work. This is why we have all been so wrong for so long. It never was what we thought it was. Nothing is nor ever will be until we learn to live in reality instead of fantasy land. A paradigm shift in the evolutionary consciousness of humankind must take place, right or wrong. The world is covered with agents of the Illuminati who are attempting to cause that evolutionary jump, and we have not been taken into their confidence. As you learn in chapter 1, we have been judged too stupid to understand. It is true that without the population or the bomb problem, the elect would use some other excuse to bring about the New World Order. Okay? They have plans to bring about things like earthquakes, war, the Messiah, an extraterrestrial landing, and economic collapses. They might bring about all of these things just to make damn sure that it does work. And they will do whatever is necessary to succeed. The Illuminati has all the bases covered, and you are going to have to be on your toes to make it through the coming years. I'm doing my best to gather. I'm about to open house, and I'm heading down there with my brother, Rondo. Snoo, and I'll take whoever wants to be. And he's 20. Look, 10 acres. You know what you could build on a 10 acres? Yeah, okay. Why don't you go to North Carolina? 40,000 acres, because my families are idiots. Not all of them. You got to remember, there's a paradigm, a paradox when people use words. These words are like spiritual daggers. So when I say it, know that I don't speak about them all. There are those in my family, thousands, who are fighting, but there are thousands who are ignorant. Hundreds of thousands. You need to know this. And that's with you, regardless of you not knowing all your relatives. I guarantee you, I am pretty much your relative, and you have no clue. As to time, either. Okay? We have not been taken into their confidence. Listen. As you learned in chapter 1, we have been judged too stupid to understand. We love living in that fantasy world. They're lying. And we have a hard time breaking free of the mighty dollar. You heard that? How many of y'all heard mighty dollar so much? Oh, we're the greatest country. Who? How is that so? When everybody's being directed. It is true that without the population or the bomb problem, okay, the elect would use some other excuse to bring about the New World Order. Who states who was elect? You ever think about that? Why? What is all this? Oh, okay. Chill. Well, moderators take care of that. I appreciate that. What's going on, Pam? How y'all doing? Okay, so here, check this out. They have plans to bring about things like earthquakes, war, the Messiah. Have you any of y'all looked up the word Messiah and its origins, especially in Tyrion? I'm only asking you to. An extraterrestrial landing and economic collapse. Do you know that we don't need outside hurt? We don't need nothing from China. We don't need nobody to make anything for us. We didn't overburden this land with resource digging or anything. And yet we built the greatest. We need to establish and build more bells. That's all I'm gonna say. Do any of y'all know how to? Do any of y'all know how to forge certain metallurgy? How to do red clay molds using soft silica? How to extract? How to carve? They might bring about all these things just to make damn sure that it does work. Remember that, y'all. And they will do whatever is necessary to succeed. And you're willing to just fight amongst each other. The Illuminati has all these bases covered, and you are going to have to be on your toes to make it through the coming years. Remember that. According to plans, many people are going to die between now and the year 2000, which not as much as he's stating, but yeah, quite a few did. But if these plans are not successful, the human race could become extinct. Nothing on Earth can change this except a tremendous reduction and stabilization of the population. Without starseed, this reduction, do you know what the starseed is? Has everything to do with your pineal gland, right? Okay. To light, to activation. We'll get into that later on at 6:30. This reduction and stabilization would only delay the inevitable, as eventually all raw materials will be completely depleted, impossible. A never-ending source of free energy will then be needed. That may be possible, but is unlikely to solve the problem. Without some central common need, that would bind man together. A source of free energy would most likely result in total anarchy. So you see, what was needed in the beginning is still needed in the end. A paradigm shift in the evolutionary consciousness of man, coupled with starseed, is the most logical answer for the human race. We must learn to accept individual responsibility for the world's problems, or be willing to live by the terms of those who do. And we must learn to love one another, deplore violence, and work with nature, not against it. We must do all of this while colonizing the universe. He wasn't too wise to the flat earth and the fact that only 85 to 87% of the ocean hasn't been discovered, and nobody really knows the truth of what's under the ground, nor how much space, because 8.7 billion people can fit in the state of Washington, shoulder to shoulder. In the state of Washington alone, Earth is not overpopulated. The problem is it's getting a little too hard to control for them, when it shouldn't be that way at all. They create destabilization, all the problems, diseases, and everything else because they are sick. Do you think anybody that's normal and sound mind would be doing what they do? So I guess we're only as sick as our disease. And what is your disease? Aren't the elite? They're not the elect. You're the elect and you're unaware of it because you're so busy squabbling because of the disease. You need a good betadine solution, an enema, and a few other things, and suck down a bottle of castor oil. But anyway, regardless of all that, let me go on. Boy, we must learn to accept individual responsibility for the world's problems or be willing to live by the terms of those who do. Okay? Now, can you imagine what will happen if Los Angeles is hit with a 9.0 quake? New York City is destroyed by a terrorist planet atomic bomb. World War III breaks out in the Middle East. The banks and the stock markets collapse. Extraterrestrials land on the White House lawn. Food disappears from the markets. Some people disappear and the Messiah presents himself to the world. And civil war, they always utilizing civil unrest. All in a very short period of time. Can you imagine the world power structure can and will, if necessary, make some or all of those things happen to bring about the new world order? Are they not? Patriots must not be at home on any national holiday during the day or night, as we read in Silent Weapons for Silent Wars. Now listen, patriots, you know the patriots, they want you to listen to Jill Scott and pledge allegiance and this, that, and the other, and swear an oath. That's patriotic. But then they want the FBI, the secret despot organization, has labeled a patriot as a terrorist organization. Anyway, patriots must not be at home on any national holiday during the day or night ever again until the danger is past. Disregard this warning and you will find yourself in a concentration camp. In the camp, you will be treated for a mental illness called nationalism, common to patriots. This illness is not in the interest of the New World Order. Those who cannot be cured will be exterminated quickly. When asked what was in store for the world in the coming decades, Henry Kissinger said this, and he did. Everything is going to be different. Many will suffer. A new world order will emerge. It will be a much better world for those who survive. In the long run, life will be better. The world we have wanted will be a reality. Who's we? And then we'll get into lessons from Lithuania in chapter 10 later on. I want to read this right now because this is, how they say, Cro-Magnon, for the Cro-Magnon brain. We can bring you to a certain place. So we need you to be platonic and on the same board of understanding, because what I'm reading is actually visible to you. Straight across. You can't sit there and barter with yourself talking about, oh, this is rational, oh, it's conspiracy. I'd rather hear somebody say conspiracy, or this is based upon theory, instead of conspiracy theory, because one is relevant to the other, and without the other, it wouldn't be relevant. If you get where I'm coming from. Okay? So let me come on and read. I got to go ahead and get some more notes together, and I appreciate everybody coming in for the read. Share this if you don't mind. But I have more notes to write down. Just simple things. It's not going to be as long as you think, because I really want you guys to think and look at things, and I want you to research the stuff. And if you want to be dismissive of it, well, that's everybody has a choice. Okay? They really do. All right? And yeah, I love the fact that Westside's eating clean. I'll be doing that soon, but right now I'm just enjoying the spizzle of eating everything. It doesn't do me like it does everybody else. Anywho, oh, that was my boy. Anywho, I'm gonna sign off. Let me say hi to everybody and then get out of here. And we'll be back in about 2 hours. 2 hours of right now, more notes, and I think I'll be maybe a few hours after that, but I think I'll have what I need. All right. So, Mikey Hill, what's going on, beloved? APJR, beloved. Oklahoma, what's going on, beloved? Trauma, what's going on, beloved? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wes, Orthodox American Arms, y'all subscribe, man, and stop being ganderers and wanderers, yo. Ganderer and a wanderer, subscribe. Come on, you know. And my other channel, go subscribe to my other channel as well, because that one I'm gonna start putting a lot of I got a lot of videos I'm just gonna upload, even some bloopers and stuff. All right. West Side, what's going on, beloved? Where in the world? Booby, what's going on? Beloved. See you in a minute. Stuck in traffic on 81 North Lackawanna. Oh, man. Shee. Grey Wolf, what's going on, beloved? Mondo. I gotta give you my Benny Hill. What's going on, beloved? Ganja water, god dog it. We got a picture, y'all. I might make a page just for ganja water. So we come over there and do them sutras, you know what I'm saying? Don't be home during holidays. That's what they say. But we know it's bigger than that, for sure. Definitely. Research to research, always. And research to research and the research. Definitely. You know what I mean? Definitely. Anyway, I appreciate y'all taking the time. I don't know where our sisters are at, but you know what I'm saying? It's always love. I'm going to go ahead and get these notes together. So, you know, the sisters that if y'all show up, number beloved, you know what I'm saying? Number the beloveds, we need them. And to my brothers, you already know it's 2 and a 1. All right? See y'all here shortly.